The truth is the SNP's difficulties, and they are quite considerable, go back a little earlier in the year. If you look at the numbers, basically the problem is whatever was Nicola Sturgeon's intention in resigning as leader, she has created a sequence of events whereby support for the SNP has gone down, but essentially support for the SNP went down, and at the conclusion of the leadership contest, particularly for Westminster, and that is the period during which the SNP above all hit difficulty. And I'm afraid it's very difficult to avoid the conclusion that in electing Humza Yousaf, the SNP have created political difficulties for themselves. I mean, what's particularly striking once you actually look at the attitudes of SNP voters to Humza Yousaf. Well, yes, he's got a positive rating, but it's a positive rating amongst those who voted for the SNP in 2019 of just over plus 20. Only 45% of 2019 SNP voters say they think favourably of him. And this echoed what the opinion polls were saying during the course of the leadership contest itself. For good or ill, Mr Yousaf is not popular, not just within the wider Scottish public, but he is not particularly popular amongst SNP supporters. I mean, again, look at how narrow his victory was in the leadership election amongst the membership, even though he had the vast majority of the public endorsements of SNP MPs and MSPs. And there was, frankly, the emergence of remarkable disconnection between the views expressed by the SNP's elected politicians and the evaluations that eventually came from their membership. And what's also true, and again we can maybe want to go into this later on, I mean, if you compare the popularity of Humza Yousaf amongst SNP voters with the popularity of, for example, both Nicola Sturgeon amongst SNP voters, or Anna Sarwar amongst Labour voters, or Sir Keir Starmer amongst Labour voters, he is a long way behind.